Welcome back to the channel. I am Dimitri, the watch doctor, and in this video you will see a complete watch maintenance of a Breitling Chronomat with reference 013352 running the famous Valjoux 7750. I hope you will enjoy the video. Disassemble the watch bracelet. Remove any dirt surrounding the watch case back before opening it. This prevents dust and skin particles from falling into the movement. Gently unscrew and remove the watch case back. Remove the sealing gasket. The ball bearing is a bit loose. This must be replaced or it can potentially damage the movement. Remove the rotor screw and carefully lift the rotor from the movement. Remove the case clamp screws and case clamps. Gently pull out the winding stem while simultaneously pushing down the setting lever. Turn the watch and carefully remove the movement from the watch case. Sort all parts and store them carefully. Replace the winding stem while pushing down the setting lever and carefully pushing the winding stem back in place. Align the watch hands so later on you can easily remove the watch hands. Place the movement in the movement holder. Protect the watch dial with a thin piece of plastic foil. Next, carefully remove the hands with a pair of hand levers. And then gently remove the chronograph hands and seconds hands. To remove the watch dial, the dial fasteners need to be opened first. One at the 6 o'clock side and the other at the 12 o'clock side. Now you can carefully remove the watch dial. And if it's still a bit stuck, gently pry it loose. For that you can use a soft material like plastic or wood. Next, you can safely put away the watch dial. Then put the movement back in its holder. Now that the Valjoux 7750 is removed from the watch case, we can start the dismantling. Date jumper maintaining plate. Remove the tension on the jumper spring and be careful not to let it jump away. jumpers spring, day jumper, date jumper, date indicator maintaining plate, date indicator, double corrector. Handy tip: for hard to reach parts, use some watchmaker's putty. Valjoux 6033 Rodico. Calendar platform, date indicator driving wheel, intermediate calendar wheel, hour wheel, free cannon pinion, minute wheel, hour counting wheel, the hour hammer spring, the hour hammer, the hour hammer operating lever, and the hour counter lock. Then pry out the driver cannon pinion with a pair of hand levers. Driver cannon pinion, push the dial fasteners back in place. Now we can start the dismantling of the chrono part. Turn the movement face down and place it in its holder. Clearly, this watch needs a maintenance. Due to dried grease and oil, this watch is no longer lubricated as it should be. The small black specks can be an indication of this. Pay attention, this spring packs a lot of tension. Hammer spring, clutch spring, automatic device bridge, reduction wheel, hammer, reversing wheel, the clutch 60 seconds, chronograph wheel, chronograph wheel friction, minute counting wheel 30 minutes, oscillation pinion 60 seconds, minute counter jumper, the chronograph bridge, and the ratchet wheel driving wheel. Operating lever, the lock, and the minute counter driving wheel 30 minutes. The operating lever spring, detent for the hour hammer, chronograph cam, hammer cam jumper. Before we continue, it is very important to remove tension from the mainspring. Gently pull back the click and let the crown slide between your fingers. Now wait until the watch stops ticking. There we are. Balance complete with bridge. Pallet bridge and the pallet fork. Ratchet wheel, the crown wheel core, and the crown wheel. Notice the dirt that has gathered in the movement. A maintenance is due. Barrel and train wheel bridge. The grate wheel. The third wheel. The second wheel with a long lower pivot. And the escape wheel. The stop lever and the movement barrel complete. The mainspring inside the barrel needs to be replaced. On how to do this, see part 2. Turn the movement upside down and finally we can remove the keyless works. Setting lever jumper, intermediate setting wheel, and the setting wheel. The yoke, and the rocking bar. And the yoke spring. Setting lever. And the winding stem. Winding pinion. And the sliding pinion. Now the Valjoux 7750 is completely dismantled and ready to be cleaned. My next video will show you how to place the new mainspring and how this movement should be reassembled and oiled professionally. How to replace the rotor bearing and oscillation weight. Tune in for the next videos. If you want to support my channel, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Much appreciated.